I'm going to read four poems before we begin our collaborative reading, and they are all under the title Answer to an Important Question. Does this begin with a stone? Smooth. What's inside of it? Bright flashes of light, of course, and great heat. A young girl that would die to be included in any Catholic ritual. The symbols of intra-earthen communication. Great tectonic cinemas. Minutiae of fire and ice together and contained. I see piles of stones everywhere. And then comes lines. Lines. This is what fire uses to travel from one place to another. Do not be fooled by a jump. That is simply a line of air. Lines can connect beneath or above stones, and two lines often come together in a snap and crack, or they cry out as if surprised at their own connection. Any attempt at tracing boiling water only comes down to the fact that water is primordially above everything else, gradually trickling down and thickening. Thinness is that much quieter. Water does not have lines until a certain thickness, from air to rock, when the elements of stone, lines, and water connected in a relationship best improvised by our own digestions in a matter of steps. A line necessarily has a length, but not a distance. The top of her nose, dancing lessons and Christmas dresses on bargain. Why approach objects in the world at all? Toss them in the air with teeth like feral young. Another suspension inside a clover. Need a plucked feather? The pocket mirror opens for our expanse, wheeling gold fortunes unmasked and stroking in a fleet, arms contracted by their own desire, moving forward and backward at the same time, something that is only cosmetically impossible. Plastic mask of tangible colors and textures, the uncouth surviving, ending intact, always as the surest sign that there is a leafy frond below the trickle and through the rock. I make a pleasure. What is ingrained? The purpose of the stool versus the purpose of the chair chugging in a locomotive sense. The locomotive sense. Blistered the same from the cold and the heat. My compass doubles as a shoelace. I could use an ill lust ration. Make it tonight. What about flies? Standing exactly on end and edge. Vitamin in the sluice again. Carryover from the previous alphabet, most every line but add a flare here and there. The motorcycles of not, of path, of os and o-logical, cranked, plosive, maestro, please provide us, positive, periwinkles, pennies, hope being we plug them and pull over the placid side of popped pusherings for aplenty. Couldn't it be so? Couldn't catalog an instance just be along for the ride? Couldn't I be brave without pheromones a nose? I bleach the hanky, the river washed clean, believe me. How otherwise could it have been handed off? Meniscus, of course, enters in, but his play has been in plenty of touchies before, and we had better names for him then. Lopsided, choice, and hold, to name a few. The parsitecture looks gripped here. Why don't the horses rest? Perhaps bat a fly out of the park. Why don't I just rip the grass up with my knees until moisture makes clay? Where the call has come in from the K and the sports, decal reads something along the lines of pump fist. The state shrunken. If we remove the encasements, which fountain are we at? Another tree imitates fire, and I'm called to its side in a kind of brush-by of acknowledgement. The wind resolves to be divided on this point. It seems the entire museum has been shipped here, and yet we hope not to be caught in it. Should we receive some lightning or other stark shift in climate, I guess that will be a sign. But take the field. Who can determine if open is safe? If there is something specifically rhinal about goat herds, or if it is just tending feeling? Why, lavender is lucky. Look, I am not here. This fine, multicolored sandstone brick is still deeply biased in some way. Then again, maybe it is me speaking again in touchdown celebrations. I pray for each of 7 heads, very small and confused indices, and I am growing old. There is always something aesthetically pleasing about concrete triangles. They keep me coming back to the library in silence, in multiples. There is loneliness like this everywhere. The big stratagem that we imagined bore us no longer expands its frontispiece. It's unfolded, revealing the totality of its scale. A lifetime of dreams, where unspecific traffic rolls and gives them over to us one night at a time. There's only a little muse here. I put my beverage down with a damp, modern border my napkin sticks to. The neighbors forgot to put out their light. I keep returning to the idea of a flawless bath. Wonder has always seemed to me like something that belongs in a basket. No space or time, just wind. The metro cones imitate a mid-journey posture. A name on a check, ourselves, as dramatic as possible. I stopped imagining anonymous people out there, beyond the decided joy, wading the atoll with the bamboo coal hybrid sportswear, heavy with the breath of oxygen granted them by the episteme. I'm happy to be disrupted in a way that I can't place when I'm happy. Happy to be an accusing mark, preparing a rapid middle. Everyone says a dream, but they mean, should we keep building things until they're found? Where lines breach, we find this wrench runner. Take the question of an elastic band, how it wavers, organ-sized, across the fortunate clump of lawn. One way of moving would be doorbells. Celebratory, long-awaited meals, an acre nodding off, when the chord changes, move to the left and to the right, my small white lodge a mess of drafts. Your incorrect move can only castle us into the dirt. A row of trees pardoning the shovel, this is the grace of groundbreaking. The twitch will come if we wait, the wait will twitch if we come. The way checkered nipples will repeat our sauce anthem. The hook is alive and well. Dance a shitty dance and cross your legs. The cocoon empowered your grandmother's wicker furniture and outlawed passing in favor of a long hug. If I dig you a valentine, will you love my destruction or my graph? The groove is always emptying itself of another day. Last part. Today I'm falling in love. I see the butterfly, too, plucked a grape out of air. The world is not a home. Today I'm falling in love with the sheathed L square, a move into my middle lamentation. The arbors of the city are not what they could be. They're disentangled. Today I'm falling in love. The rabbits drug themselves whenever possible. They remember one great protected summer, an eclogue at considerable distance.